All right, what's going on, everybody? I guess Happy New Year's. It's New Year's morning. Um, the New Age Charlie Brown Christmas tree is not lit up, but going in its back in its box. Had a lot of rain going on. Doesn't look like it today, but it's been raining pretty hard for the last week or so. Wind gusting 35, 50 miles an hour. Oh, that's really cool. Look at the light that I have on because I was filming inside. That's terrible. Anyways, let's start here. So, from last video, picked up the GoPro Hero 9. And I had gotten this case that went around it. And this new side cover for the battery side, which give you the ability to actually charge the thing, which I cannot believe that they didn't think about that when they built it. Anyways, wasn't that expensive. I think it's like under $20. Well, I don't know if you noticed from the last video where I had the iPhone video and the GoPro video smushed together. So although the GoPro was louder and I had to dial back the volume, the quality of the microphone native on the GoPro is absolutely horrible. In comparison, even filming on the iPhone by itself, or I've got the Rode VideoMicro, which makes things 1,000 times better, especially when it's windy out. So did a little research and ended up getting what they call the GoPro Media Mod, which is kind of a case that goes around it. It actually has a USB, and then that plugs into the Media Mod, and then it has a spot for micro HDMI, your USB-C charging, and a 3.5 millimeter microphone input, along with a cold shoe on the top and on the sides. So, and then the microphone's up here, and it has a foam cover for it. So I tested it out inside, and regardless of the sound deadening or muffling that the foam does, that microphone is significantly better. So unfortunately, between Christmas and weather and Amazon and the post office being horrible at shipping, the other accessories I wanted didn't get here. But the idea is I'm going to take the GoPro, I'm going to mount it on top of the rig that you've seen for the camera. They make a mount for the GoPro that goes to what they call a cold shoe, which are these mounts here, which is on the rig, and I'm going to run the iPhone and the GoPro together sometimes. Anyways, so that's it for this part. Let me turn off the light here. And as I was saying, is the weather has been horrible. Wind and rain gusting 35, 50 miles an hour last 2 days. And then late last night it quit, and then it's just windy today and it's sunshiny, but then it's supposed to rain for the next week to 10 days. We'll splice in another piece of video. I'm going to grab the GoPro and shoot 2 pieces of video. So the neighboring fence, see if I can zoom in, is kind of falling apart. So going to shoot a couple vids there, and other than that, not really much else going on outside, but I figured I would see how the plants were doing and kind of end the video from there. So part 1 of 2. All right, switching over to the GoPro. So I've shown this a little bit before. Usually didn't have another camera to show the rig, so the camera rig can sit on a tripod. That's what I've used in the past, and it has a couple screws in it for mounting. There's no screw hole on this side. You got 3 cold shoes on the top, and so the idea is, shoot with the iPhone, maybe move the light, throw the GoPro up there, and run the microphone. That's how it plugs into the iPhone. Has a Lightning to 3.5 millimeter adapter, but so be able to play around with the GoPro, give 2 different views, compare some video side by side, some sound side by side, and then at some point even plug in the microphone here, the Rode VideoMicro, into the GoPro. So other than that, that's it for this small splice. I'm going to throw on some shoes and go check out the backyard. Alright, not too terrible outside. It's a little windy, probably about 50 degrees-ish. I actually didn't look. You can see the wood chips are waterlogged, and so is that bare soil. Other than that, nothing really too terrible. The onions are holding up considering all of the rain. I thought about taking these and putting them over here by the house so they didn't get quite as wet, but I didn't expect the rain to be as horrible as it is. These French breakfast radish growing pretty crazy, and same with the white hailstone, and nothing from the watermelon at all. So potatoes are dying out, but they're soggy wet, so I don't really want to dig in there. I'm kind of afraid to see how small the potatoes are. Other than that, the backyard is an absolute swamp, and nothing exciting going on out here. The lemons are still intact. I don't see any of those falling down, so that's it from this piece of the world. There's a bucket of blue water back there. And see if I can go here on the side. I don't really want to do too much about what's going on with the fence for here, but that's really, that's all I got going on for this week until my parts come in and can mount the 2 cameras side by side. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.